welcome back to Footnotes and Folly, and to the Two Gentlemen of Verona. I am Pemberton. This is part 2, and here friendship is put to the cruelest test. Proteus arrives at Milan, and the moment he sets eyes on Silvia he conceives a base passion for his own best friend's lady, forgetting Julia, forgetting Valentine, forgetting every vow. Watching over the whole sorry business is the clown Laments, and the most ungrateful dog in all of Shakespeare. Valentine confides to Proteus his plan to carry Silvia off by a rope ladder. Proteus betrays it to the Duke. The ladder is found, and Valentine is banished, falling in with a band of surprisingly courteous outlaws who make him their captain. And Proteus, pretending to plead the foolish Thurio's suit, woos Silvia for himself beneath her window. Let us go on.
Valentine, Silvia, Thurio, and Speed enter a room in the Duke's palace in Milan. Servant. Mistress? Master, Sir Thurio is frowning at you. Yes, boy, that is because of love. Not love for you. Then love for my mistress. It would be good if you knocked him down. Servant, you look sad. Indeed, madam, I seem so. Do you only seem what you are not? Perhaps I do. So do counterfeits. So do you. What do I seem to be that I am not? Wise. What proof is there to the contrary? Your foolishness. And where do you find my foolishness? I find it in your jerkin. My jerkin is a doublet. Well then, I will double your foolishness. What? What, angry, Sir Thurio? Are you changing color? Let him, madam. He is a kind of chameleon. One that would rather feed on your blood than live on your hair. You have had your say, sir. Yes, sir, and I am done too for now. I know that well, sir. You always finish before you begin. A fine volley of words, gentlemen, and quickly fired. It is indeed, madam, and we thank the one who gave us the spark. Who is that, servant? You yourself, sweet lady, for you supplied the fire. Sir Thurio borrows his wit from your ladyship's looks, and generously spends what he borrows while he is in your company. Sir, if you spend word for word with me, I will make your wit bankrupt. I know that well, sir. You have a treasury full of words, and I think no other treasure to give your followers, for their bare uniforms show plainly that they live on your bare words. No more, gentlemen, no more. Here comes my father. The Duke enters. Now, daughter Silvia, you are closely surrounded. Sir Valentine, your father is in good health. What would you say to a letter from your friends, full of good news? My lord, I will be grateful to any happy messenger from there. Do you know Don Antonio, your countryman? Yes, my good lord. I know the gentleman to be worthy and well regarded, and not without deserving the fine reputation he has. Does he not have a son? Yes, my good lord, a son who well deserves the honor and respect of such a father. You know him well? I knew him as I know myself, for from our infancy we have talked together and spent our hours together. And though I myself have been an idle truant, neglecting the sweet advantage of time that might have clothed my age with angel-like perfection, yet Sir Proteus, for that is his name, has made good and proper use of his days. His years are young, but his experience is old. His head is not yet fully ripened, but his judgment is mature. And in a word, since all the praise I can give still falls far short of his worth, he is complete in body and mind, with every good grace that can grace a gentleman. By my faith, sir, if he proves all this true, he is as worthy of an empress's love as he is fit to be an emperor's counselor. Well, sir, this gentleman has come to me with recommendations from great rulers, and he means to spend some time here. I think this is not unwelcome news to you. If I could have wished for anyone, it would have been him. Then welcome him according to his worth. Silvia, I speak to you, and to you, Sir Thurio. As for Valentine, I need not urge him to it. I will send him here to you presently. The Duke exits. This is the gentleman I told your ladyship would have come with me, except that his mistress kept his eyes locked in her crystal looks. Perhaps she has now freed them, taking some other pledge of loyalty instead. No, surely, I think she still holds them prisoner. Then he must be blind, and being blind, how could he see his way to find you? Why, lady, love has 20 pairs of eyes. They say love has no eyes at all. To see lovers such as yourself, Thurio, love can close his eyes to an ordinary object. Enough, enough. Here comes the gentleman. Proteus enters. Welcome, dear Proteus. Mistress, I beg you confirm his welcome with some special favor. His worth guarantees his welcome here, if this is the man you have so often wished to hear from. Mistress, it is. Sweet lady, receive him as my fellow servant to your ladyship. Too low a mistress for so high a servant. Not so, sweet lady, but too humble a servant to receive a look from such a worthy mistress. Leave off talking about unworthiness. Sweet lady, accept him as your servant. I will boast only of my duty and nothing else. And duty has never yet lacked its reward. Servant, you are welcome to a worthless mistress. I will kill anyone who says so, except yourself. That you are welcome. That you are worthless. A servant enters. Madam, my lord, your father wishes to speak with you. I attend his pleasure. The servant exits. Come, Sir Thurio, go with me. Once more, new servant, welcome. I will leave you to talk about affairs from home. When you have finished, we expect to hear from you. We will both attend upon your ladyship. Silvia and Thurio exit. Now tell me, how is everyone where you came from? Your friends are well and send you many greetings. And how are yours? I left them all in health. How is your lady? And how does your love prosper? My tales of love used to weary you. I know you take no pleasure in talk of love. Yes, Proteus, but that life has changed now. I have done penance for scorning love, whose proud and commanding thoughts have punished me with bitter fasts, with repentant groans, with nightly tears, and daily sighs from a heart in pain. In revenge for my contempt of love, love has driven sleep from my captive eyes, and made them watch over my own heart's sorrow. O gentle Proteus, love is a mighty lord, and he has humbled me so much that I confess there is no sorrow like his punishment, and no joy on earth like his service. Now I can talk of nothing unless it is love. Now I can break my fast, dine, sup, and sleep on the bare name of love itself. Enough. I read your fortune in your eye. Was this the idol you worship so? She herself. And is she not a heavenly saint? No, but she is an earthly perfection. Call her divine. I will not flatter her. Oh, flatter me, for love delights in praises. When I was sick, you gave me bitter pills, and I must give the same medicine to you. Then speak the truth about her. If she is not divine, then let her be a principality, sovereign over all creatures on the earth. Except my mistress. Sweet friend, accept no one, unless you mean to object to my love. Do I not have reason to prefer my own? And I will help you prefer her too. She shall be honored with this high office, to carry my lady's train, so that the low earth might not happen to steal a kiss from her gown, and growing proud of so great a favor, refuse to nourish the summer-swelling flower, making rough winter last forever. Why, Valentine, what boasting is this? Pardon me, Proteus. All I can say is nothing beside her, whose worth makes every other worthy person seem nothing. She stands alone. Then leave her alone. Not for the world. Why, man, she is my own, and I am as rich in possessing such a jewel as I would be with 20 seas, if all their sand were pearls, their water nectar, and their rocks pure gold. Forgive me for not thinking about you, since you see me so absorbed in my love. My foolish rival, whom her father favors only because his possessions are so large, has gone along with her, and I must follow, for love, as you know, is full of jealousy. But she loves you. Yes, and we are betrothed. More than that, the hour of our marriage, and the whole clever plan of our flight, have been settled. How I must climb to her window, the ladder made of cords, and every means planned and agreed upon for my happiness. Good Proteus, come with me to my chamber, and help me in these matters with your advice. Go on ahead, I will find you. I must go to the road to unload some necessities I need to use, and then I will attend you at once. Will you hurry? I will. Valentine exits. Just as one heat drives out another heat, or as one nail, by force, drives out another, so the memory of my former love is completely forgotten because of a newer object. Is it my eye, or Valentine's praise, her true perfection, or my own false sin, that makes me unreasonable enough to reason like this? She is beautiful, and so is Julia, whom I love, whom I did love, for now my love has thawed, and like a wax image held near a fire, it keeps no impression of the thing it was. I think my devotion to Valentine has grown cold, and I do not love him as I used to. Oh, but I love his lady far too much, and that is why I love him so little. How shall I dote on her with greater judgment, when without judgment I begin to love her like this? I have only seen her image so far, and that has dazzled the light of my reason, but when I look upon her perfections, reason says I must be blinded. If I can restrain my wandering love, I will. If not, I will use my skill to win her. Proteus exits. Speed and Lance enter with Lance's dog Crab. Lance, on my honesty, welcome to Milan. Do not swear falsely, sweet young man, because I am not welcome. I have always counted it this way. A man is never completely ruined until he is hanged, and he is never welcome in a place until some bill has been paid, and the hostess says welcome. Come on, you mad fellow. I will go with you at once to the alehouse, where, for 1 bill of 5 pence, you shall have 5,000 welcomes. But, sir, how did your master part from Madame Julia? Why, after they closed together in earnest, they parted very fairly in jest. But will she marry him? No. Then what? Will he marry her? No, not that either. What, have they broken with each other? No, they are both as whole as a fish. Then how do matters stand between them? Why, like this, when it stands well with him, it stands well with her. What an ass you are. I do not understand you. What a blockhead you are that you cannot. My staff understands me. What you say? Yes, and what I do too. Look, I will only lean, and my staff understands me. It stands under you indeed. Why, stand under and understand are all one. But tell me truly, will it be a match? Ask my dog. If he says yes, it will. If he says no, it will. If he shakes his tail and says nothing, it will. The conclusion, then, is that it will. You will never get such a secret from me except by a parable. It is well that I get it that way. But, Lance, what do you say to this? My master has become a notable lover. I never knew him to be anything else. Anything else than what? A notable lubber as you report him to be. Why, you horse and ass, you misunderstand me. Why, fool, I did not mean you. I meant your master. I tell you my master has become a hot lover. And I tell you, I do not care if he burns himself up in love. If you will, come with me to the alehouse. If not, you are a Hebrew, a Jew, and not worthy of the name of Christian. Why? Because you have not enough charity in you to go drink ale with a Christian. Will you go? At your service. They leave. Proteus enters alone. To leave my Julia, I must break my oath. To love fair Silvia, I must break my oath. To wrong my friend, I will be deeply false. And even that power which first made me swear now urges me into this threefold perjury. Love made me swear, and love now tells me to unswear. O love, sweet in your persuasion, if you have sinned, teach me, your tempted subject, how to excuse it. At first I adored a twinkling star, but now I worship a heavenly sun. Vows made without judgment may be broken with judgment, and the man lacks wit who lacks the firm will to teach his wit to exchange the bad for the better. Shame, shame, irreverent tongue, to call her bad whose rule you have so often praised with 20,000 soul-confirming oaths. I cannot stop loving, and yet I do, but there I stop loving where I ought to love. I lose Julia, and I lose Valentine. If I keep them, I must lose myself. If I lose them, this is what I gain by their loss. For Valentine I gain myself, for Julia Silvia. I am dearer to myself than a friend is, because love is always most precious in itself, and Silvia, heaven witness, which made her fair, makes Julia look like a dark Ethiop. I will forget that Julia is alive, remembering that my love for her is dead, and I will regard Valentine as an enemy, since I am aiming at Silvia as the sweeter friend. I cannot now prove constant to myself unless I use some treachery against Valentine. Tonight he means, with a rope ladder, to climb to heavenly Silvia's chamber window. I am in his confidence, though I am his rival. Now, at once, I will inform her father of their disguise and planned escape. He, enraged, will banish Valentine, because he intends Thurio to marry his daughter. But once Valentine is gone, I will quickly obstruct dull Thurio's blunt progress by some sly trick. Love, lend me wings to make my purpose swift, as you have lent me wit to plot this scheme. Proteus leaves. Julia and Lucetta enter. Advise me, Lucetta. Gentle girl, help me. By true affection, I earnestly ask you, because you are the tablet where all my thoughts are visibly written and engraved, to teach me and tell me some good way that I may, with my honor, undertake a journey to my loving Proteus. Alas, the road is tiresome and long. A truly devoted pilgrim is not weary of crossing kingdoms with weak steps, much less should a woman be weary who has love's wings to fly, especially when the flight is to someone so dear and of such divine perfection as Sir Proteus. It would be better to wait until Proteus returns. Oh, do you not know that his looks are the food of my soul? Pity the famine I have wasted away in, longing for that food for so long. If you only knew the inward touch of love, you would sooner try to light a fire with snow than try to quench love's fire with words. I am not trying to quench the hot fire of your love, but to moderate the fire's extreme fury, so that it does not burn beyond the limits of reason. The more you dam it up, the more it burns. You know that a current which glides along with a gentle murmur when stopped rages impatiently, but when its fair course is not blocked, it makes sweet music with the enameled stones, giving a gentle kiss to every reed it overtakes on its pilgrimage, and so, through many winding corners, it wanders in willing sport toward the wild ocean. So let me go, and do not hinder my course. I will be as patient as a gentle stream and turn each weary step into a pastime, until the last step has brought me to my love, and there I will rest, as after much turmoil a blessed soul rests in Elysium. But in what clothing will you travel? Not as a woman, because I want to avoid the loose encounters of lustful men. Gentle Lucetta, fit me with clothes that would suit a respectable page. Then your ladyship must cut your hair. No, girl, I will bind it up with silken strings with 20-odd fanciful true love knots. A showy style may suit a youth older than I will appear to be. What fashion, madam, shall I make your breeches? That question fits as well as, tell me, good my lord, what size farthingale will you wear? Why, make them in whatever fashion you like best, Lucetta. You must have them with a codpiece, madam. Out, Lucetta, that would look ugly. Round hose, madam, are not worth a pin nowadays unless you have a codpiece to stick pins on. Lucetta, if you love me, let me have whatever you think suitable and most modest. But tell me, girl, what will the world think of me for undertaking so unsettled a journey? I fear it will bring scandal on me. If you think so, then stay at home and do not go. No, I will not do that. Then never dream of disgrace, but go. If Proteus likes your journey when you arrive, it does not matter who is displeased after you are gone. I fear he will scarcely be pleased with it. That is the least of my fears, Lucetta. 1,000 oaths, an ocean of his tears, and endless proofs of infinite love guarantee that I will be welcome to my Proteus. All these things are servants to deceitful men. Base men use them for such base purposes. Purer stars govern Proteus's birth. His words are bonds, his oaths are oracles, his love is sincere, his thoughts are spotless, his tears are pure messengers sent from his heart, and his heart is as far from fraud as heaven is from earth. Pray heaven he proves so when you come to him. Now, as you love me, do not wrong him by holding a harsh opinion of his truth. Earn my love only by loving him. And now go with me to my chamber, to take down a list of what I need to equip me for my longed-for journey. Everything that is mine I leave at your disposal, my goods, my lands, my reputation. Only in exchange for that, send me away from here. Come, do not answer, but set to work at once. I am impatient with my delay. They leave. The Duke enters with Thurio and Proteus. The Duke asks Sir Thurio to leave them alone for a while, because he has private matters to discuss. Thurio exits. The Duke turns to Proteus and asks what he wants from him. My gracious lord, friendship would command me to keep secret what I am about to reveal. But when I remember the kindnesses you have shown me, though I have not deserved them, my duty urges me to speak what no worldly reward could otherwise draw from me. Know this, worthy prince, Sir Valentine, my friend, means to steal away your daughter tonight. I myself have been made part of the plot. I know you have decided to give her in marriage to Thurio, whom your gentle daughter hates, and if she were stolen away from you like this, it would bring great distress to your old age. So, for duty's sake, I have chosen to oppose my friend's intended plan rather than hide it and heap upon your head a burden of sorrows that, if not prevented, would press you down into an untimely grave. Proteus, I thank you for your honest care. To repay it, command me as long as I live. I have often seen this love of theirs myself, perhaps when they thought I was fast asleep, and many times I meant to forbid Sir Valentine from her company and from my court. But fearing that my suspicious guess might be wrong, and that I might unfairly disgrace the man, a rashness I have always avoided, I treated him kindly, hoping by that means to discover what you have now revealed to me. And so that you may understand I feared this, knowing that young hearts are easily tempted, I lodge her every night in an upper tower, and I have always kept the key myself. From there she cannot be carried away. Know, noble lord, that they have devised a way for him to climb up to her chamber window and bring her down with a rope ladder. The young lover has gone out to get it, and he will come this way with it presently. If it pleases you, you may intercept him here. But, good my lord, do it so skillfully that I am not suspected as the one who discovered this. Love for you, not hatred of my friend, has made me reveal this plan. On my honor, he shall never know that I learned any of this from you. Farewell, my lord. Sir Valentine is coming. Proteus exits. Valentine enters. The Duke asks Sir Valentine where he is going so quickly. If it please your grace, there is a messenger waiting to carry my letters to my friends, and I am going to give them to him. Are they very important? Their contents only report that I am well and happy at your court. Then it does not matter. Stay with me a while. I must speak openly with you about some affairs that touch me closely, and you must keep them secret. You know well that I have tried to match my friend Sir Thurio with my daughter. I know it well, my lord, and surely the match would be wealthy and honorable. Besides, the gentleman is full of virtue, generosity, worth, and qualities suited to a wife like your fair daughter. Can your grace not persuade her to like him? No, believe me, she is perverse, sullen, wilful, proud, disobedient, stubborn, and lacking in duty. She does not consider that she is my child, nor fear me as her father. And I may tell you, after thinking it over, this pride of hers has drawn my love away from her. Where I once thought the rest of my old age would be comforted by her childlike obedience, I am now fully resolved to take a wife and turn her out to whoever will take her in. Let her beauty be her marriage portion then, for she has no regard for me or my possessions. What would your grace have me do about this? There is a lady of Verona here whom I love, but she is dainty and coy, and she thinks nothing of my elderly eloquence. So now I would have you be my tutor, for I forgot long ago how to court a woman, and besides, the fashion of the times has changed. Teach me how, and in what manner, I may present myself so that I may be noticed by her bright eyes. Win her with gifts if she pays no attention to words. Silent jewels, in their quiet way, often move a woman's mind more than lively speeches do. But she scorned a present that I sent her. A woman sometimes scorns what pleases her most. Send her another, never give up. Scorn at first makes later love stronger. If she frowns, it is not from hatred of you, but rather to kindle more love in you. If she scolds, it is not because she wants you gone, for foolish lovers go mad when left alone. Accept no refusal, whatever she says. When she says get you gone, she does not mean go away. Flatter and praise them, commend and exalt their graces. Though they be ever so dark, say they have angels' faces. I say a man who has a tongue is no man at all if he cannot use the tongue to win a woman. But the lady I mean has been promised by her friends to a worthy young gentleman, and she is kept strictly away from men's company, so that no man can reach her by day. Then I would go to her by night. Yes, but the doors are locked and the keys kept safe, so that no man can reach her by night either. What prevents a man from entering at her window? Her chamber is high up, far from the ground, and built with such a slant that no one can climb it without clear danger to his life. Why then a ladder cleverly made of ropes, with a pair of grappling hooks to throw upward, would serve to scale another hero's tower, if a bold Leander were willing to risk it. Now, as you are a gentleman of noble blood, advise me where I may get such a ladder. When would you use it? Please tell me that, sir. This very night, for love is like a child that longs for everything within his reach. By 7 o'clock I will get you such a ladder. But listen, I will go to her alone. How shall I best carry the ladder there? It will be light, my lord, so you can carry it under any cloak of sufficient length. Would a cloak as long as yours do the job? Yes, my good lord. Then let me see your cloak. I will get myself one of the same length. Why, any cloak will do the job, my lord. How should I arrange myself to wear a cloak? Please let me try your cloak on me. The Duke takes Valentine's cloak and finds a letter and a rope ladder hidden beneath it. What letter is this? What is here? To Silvia? And here is a device well suited for my purpose. I will be bold enough to break the seal this once. My thoughts stay with my Silvia every night, and they are my servants, whom I send flying to her. Oh, if their master could come and go as lightly as they do, he himself would lodge where those unfeeling thoughts now lie. My messenger thoughts rest in your pure breast, while I, their king who urged them there, curse the grace that has blessed them with such favor, because I myself lack my servants' good fortune. I curse myself, for they are sent by me, and they lodge where their lord should be. What is this? Silvia, this night I will set you free. It is true, then, and here is the ladder for the purpose. Why, Phaethon, for you are Merop's son, will you attempt to guide the heavenly chariot, and with your daring foolishness burn the world? Will you reach for stars because they shine on you? Go, base intruder, arrogant slave. Spend your fawning smiles on people of your own rank, and understand that my patience, more than you deserve, is the privilege that lets you depart from here. Thank me for this more than for all the favors, far too many, that I have bestowed on you. But if you linger in my territories longer than the swiftest haste gives you time to leave our royal court, by heaven, my wrath shall far exceed the love I ever bore my daughter or yourself. Begone. I will not hear your empty excuse. If you love your life, leave here at once. The Duke exits. Why should I not die, instead of living in torture? To die is to be banished from myself, and Silvia is myself. To be banished from her is to tear myself away from myself, a deadly banishment. What is light if I cannot see Silvia? What is joy if Silvia is not near me? The only joy left would be imagining she is near and feeding on the shadow of perfection. If I am not near Silvia at night, the nightingale has no music. If I do not look on Silvia in the day, then there is no day for me to look upon. She is my life itself, and I stop existing if I am not kept alive by her fair influence, fostered, brightened, cherished, and sustained by her. I do not escape death by fleeing the Duke's deadly sentence. If I stay here, I only wait on death, but if I run from here, I run away from life. Proteus and Lance enter. Run, boy, run, run. Find him. So. What do you see? The man we came to find. There is not a hair on his head that is not a Valentine. Valentine? No. Who then? His spirit? Not that either. What then? Nothing. Can nothing speak? Master, shall I strike? Whom would you strike? Nothing. Villain, hold back. Why, sir, I will strike nothing. Please let me. Rascal, I said, hold back. Friend Valentine, a word. My ears are shut and cannot hear good news, because so much bad news has already filled them. Then I will bury my news in silent speechlessness, for it is harsh, out of tune, and bad. Is Silvia dead? No, Valentine. No, Valentine, indeed, sacred Silvia is dead. Has she rejected me? No, Valentine. No, Valentine, if Silvia has rejected me. What is your news? Sir, there is a proclamation that you have vanished. That you are banished. Ah, that is the news. Banished from here, from Silvia, and from me, your friend. Oh, I have already fed on this sorrow, and now too much of it will make me sick. Does Silvia know I am banished? Yes, yes. Against the sentence, which still stands unreversed and fully in force, she offered a sea of melting pearl, which some call tears. She laid them at her father's cruel feet, and with them on her knees, she offered her humble self. She wrung her hands, whose whiteness suited them so well that it seemed they had just turned pale with grief. But neither bent knees, pure hands lifted up, sad sighs, deep groans, nor silver flowing tears could pierce her unpitying father. He says that if Valentine is caught, he must die. Besides that, her pleading angered him so much when she begged for your recall, that he ordered her shut in close prison, with many bitter threats that she must remain there. Say no more, unless the next word you speak has some power to kill me. If it does, then breathe it into my ear as the final anthem of my endless sorrow. Stop grieving over what you cannot help, and turn your mind to finding help for what you grieve over. Time nurses and breeds all good things. If you stay here, you cannot see your love. Besides, staying will shorten your life. Hope is a lover's staff. Walk away with that, and use it against despairing thoughts. Your letters can be here, though you are gone. If you write them to me, they will be delivered straight into your love's milk white bosom. This is not the time to argue the matter. Come, I will guide you through the city gate, and before I leave you I will talk with you fully about everything that concerns your love affairs. Since you love Silvia, if not for your own sake, then for hers, consider your danger and come with me. Please, Lance, if you see my boy, tell him to hurry and meet me at the north gate. Go, rascal, find him. Come, Valentine. Oh, my dear Silvia. Unhappy Valentine. Valentine and Proteus leave. I am only a fool, you see, and yet I have enough wit to think my master is something of a rogue. But that does not matter if he is only one rogue. No one alive now knows that I am in love. Still, I am in love, and a team of horses shall not drag that out of me, nor shall they drag out whom I love. And yet it is a woman, but what woman I will not tell even myself. And yet she is a milkmaid, but not a maid, because she has had godmothers at christenings, and yet she is a maid, because she is her master's maid and serves for wages. She has more qualities than a water spaniel, which is a great deal in a plain Christian. Here is the list of her condition. First, she can fetch and carry. Why, a horse can do no more. No, a horse cannot fetch, but only carry, so she is better than a nag. Next, she can milk. Look you, that is a sweet virtue in a maid with clean hands. Lance pulls out a paper. Speed enters. How now, Signor Lance? What news with your mastership? With my mastership? Why, it is at sea. Well, there is your old habit, twisting the word. What news, then, is in your paper? The blackest news you ever heard. Why, man? How black? Why, as black as ink. Let me read it. Shame on you, blockhead, you cannot read. You lie. I can. I will test you. Tell me this, who begot you? Why, the son of my grandfather. Oh, unlearned idler. It was the son of your grandmother. This proves you cannot read. Come, fool, come. Test me with your paper. Lance gives him the paper. There. May St. Nicholas give you speed. First, she can milk. Yes, she can. Next, she brews good ale. And that is where the proverb comes from. Bless your heart, you brew good ale. Next, she can sew. That is as much as to say, can she sew? Next, she can knit. Why should a man care about stockings with a girl when she can knit him stockings? Next, she can wash and scour. A special virtue, because then she does not need to be washed and scoured herself. Next, she can spin. Then I may set the world on wheels, when she can spin for her living. Next, she has many nameless virtues. That is as much as saying bastard virtues. They do not know their fathers, and therefore have no names. Here follow her faults. Close at the heels of her virtues. Next, she is not to be kissed before breakfast because of her breath. Well, that fault can be fixed with breakfast. Read on. Next, she has a sweet mouth. That makes up for her sour breath. Next, she talks in her sleep. That does not matter as long as she does not sleep while she talks. Next, she is slow with words. Oh, villain, whoever wrote that down among her faults. To be slow with words is a woman's only virtue. Please take that out and put it down as her chief virtue. Next, she is proud. Take that out too. It was Eve's legacy, and it cannot be taken away from her. Next, she has no teeth. I do not care about that either, because I love crusts. Next, she is bad-tempered. Well, the best part is that she has no teeth to bite with. Next, she will often praise her liquor. If her liquor is good, she should. If she will not praise it, I will, because good things ought to be praised. Next, she is too free. Not with her tongue, because it is written down that she is slow with words. Not with her purse, because I will keep that shut. Now with another thing she may be too free, and I cannot help that. Well, go on. Next, she has more hair than wit, and more faults than hairs, and more wealth than faults. Stop there. I will have her. In that last article she was mine, and not mine twice or three times over. Say that again. Next, she has more hair than wit. More hair than wit. That may be, I will prove it. The cover of the salt cellar hides the salt, and therefore the cover is more than the salt. The hair that covers the wit is more than the wit, because the greater hides the lesser. What is next? And more faults than hairs. That is monstrous. Oh, I wish that were crossed out. And more wealth than faults. Why, that word makes the faults attractive. Well, I will have her. And if it becomes a match, as nothing is impossible. What then? Why, then I will tell you that your master is waiting for you at the north gate. For me? For you? Yes. Who are you? He has waited for a better man than you. And must I go to him? You must run to him, because you have delayed so long that simply going will hardly be enough. Why did you not tell me sooner? A plague on your love letters. Speed leaves. Now he will be whipped for reading my letter, an unmannerly slave, shoving himself into secrets. I will follow to enjoy seeing the boy corrected. Lance leaves. Duke and Thurio enter a room in the Duke's palace. Sir Thurio, do not be afraid. She will love you now that Valentine has been banished from her sight. Since he was exiled, she has despised me more than ever. She has rejected my company and spoken harshly to me, so that I have lost hope of winning her. This light impression of love is like a shape cut into ice. With an hour's heat it melts into water and loses its form. A little time will melt her frozen thoughts, and worthless Valentine will be forgotten. Proteus enters. Well, Sir Proteus? Has your countryman gone according to our proclamation? He is gone, my good lord. My daughter takes his departure very hard. A little time, my lord, will put an end to that grief. I believe so, but Thurio does not. Proteus, the good opinion I have of you, since you have shown some signs of deserving it, makes me more willing to speak openly with you. May I not live to look upon your grace any longer than I prove loyal to you. You know how much I want to bring about the marriage between Sir Thurio and my daughter. I do, my lord. And I think you are also aware how she sets herself against my will. She did, my lord, when Valentine was here. Yes, and stubbornly she still persists. What might we do to make the girl forget her love for Valentine and love Sir Thurio? The best way is to slander Valentine with charges of falsehood, cowardice, and low birth, 3 things women strongly hate. Yes, but she will think it is spoken out of hatred. Yes, if his enemy says it. So it must be spoken with convincing detail by someone she regards as his friend. Then you must undertake to slander him. That, my lord, I would be reluctant to do. It is a bad duty for a gentleman, especially against his closest friend. Where your good word cannot help him, your slander can never harm him. So the task is morally neutral, since your friend asks you to do it. You have persuaded me, my lord. If anything I can say against him will do it, she will not keep loving him for long. But suppose this weeds her love away from Valentine. It does not follow that she will love Sir Thurio. Then as you unwind her love from him, so it does not tangle and become useless to anyone, you must wind it on to me. That must be done by praising me as much as you lower Sir Valentine in worth. And Proteus, we dare trust you in this matter because, from Valentine's own report, we know you are already a faithful servant of love and cannot quickly rebel and change your mind. On that assurance, you shall have access to Silvia, where you may speak with her freely. She is dull-heavy and melancholy, and for your friend's sake she will be glad to see you. Though you may shape her with your persuasion to hate young Valentine and love my friend. I will do as much as I can. But you, Sir Thurio, are not forceful enough. You must set traps for her desires with mournful sonnets, whose carefully made rhymes should be filled with devoted vows. Yes, poetry born from heaven has great power. Say that on the altar of her beauty you sacrifice your tears, your sighs, and your heart. Write until your ink is dry, then moisten it again with your tears, and shape some heartfelt line that may reveal your sincerity. Orpheus's lute was strung with poet's sinews, and its golden touch could soften steel and stones, tame tigers, and make huge leviathans leave the soundless deep to dance upon the sands. After your sorrowful elegies, visit your lady's chamber window by night with some sweet group of musicians. To their instruments, tune a mournful song. The dead silence of night will suit such sweetly complaining grief very well. This or nothing will win her. This lesson shows that you have been in love. And tonight I will put your advice into practice. So, sweet Proteus, my guide and director, let us go into the city at once to choose some gentleman well skilled in music. I have a sonnet that will serve the purpose and begin the attack according to your good advice. Go about it, gentlemen. We will attend your grace until after supper and afterward decide how to proceed. Go about it now. I excuse you. They exit. In a forest between Milan and Verona, certain outlaws enter. Fellows, hold your ground. I see a traveler. There are 10 of them, do not shrink back. Knock them down. Valentine and Speed enter. Stop, sir, and hand over what you have with you. If you do not, we will make you sit down and search you ourselves. Sir, we are ruined. These are the villains all travelers fear so much. My friends. That is not so, sir. We are your enemies. Peace. We will hear him. Yes, by my beard, we will, for he is a fine-looking man. Then know that I have little wealth to lose. I am a man crossed by adversity. My riches are these poor clothes. If you strip me of them here, you take the whole sum and substance of everything I have. Where are you traveling? To Verona. Where did you come from? From Milan. Did you stay there long? Some 16 months, and I might have stayed longer if crooked fortune had not turned against me. What, were you banished from there? I was. For what offense? For something that now pains me to tell. I killed a man, and I deeply repent his death. Yet I killed him honorably in a fight, without unfair advantage or low treachery. Then never repent it if it was done that way. But were you banished for so small a fault? I was, and I considered myself fortunate to receive such a sentence. Do you know languages? My youthful travels made me fortunate in that. Otherwise I would often have been miserable. By the bare scalp of Robin Hood's fat friar, this fellow would make a king for our wild band. We will have him. Sirs, a word. Master, be one of them. It is an honorable kind of thievery. Be quiet, rascal. Tell us this, do you have anything to turn to? Nothing but my fortune. Then know that some of us are gentlemen, men whom the fury of uncontrolled youth drove out from the company of respectable people. I myself was banished from Verona for attempting to steal away a lady, an heiress, and closely related to the Duke. And I was banished from Mantua for a gentleman whom, in anger, I stabbed to the heart. And I for petty crimes like these. But to the point, we mention our faults so they may partly excuse our lawless lives. And also, seeing that you are graced with a handsome shape, and by your own report are a linguist and a man of such accomplishment as our profession greatly lacks. Indeed, because you are a banished man, we speak to you above all others. Are you willing to be our general, to make a virtue of necessity and live as we do in this wilderness? What do you say? Will you join our company? Say yes and be captain over us all. We will do you homage and be ruled by you, and love you as our commander and our king. But if you reject our courtesy, you die. You shall not live to boast about what we have offered you. I accept your offer and will live with you, provided that you commit no violence against helpless women or poor passengers. No, we detest such vile and base practices. Come, go with us. We will bring you to our bands and show you all the treasure we have gained, which, along with ourselves, will all be at your command. They exit.
And there we pause again. Valentine is banished and, of all things, captain of a band of outlaws in the forest. Proteus stands fixed in his treachery, false to Julia, false to his friend, pressing a suit that Silvia despises. But faith has not left the play. Word is coming to Verona, and a certain forsaken lady is about to set out after her false love in a page's disguise. Next time, in part 3, Julia as the page Sebastian, made to carry her own rival her false love's tokens, Silvia's flight into the wood and the forest reckoning where everything comes at once to a head. Mind the footnotes, and beware the folly.